thought it was about time we had a look at my Gordon Smith. It's one of those brands that if you know, you know, and if you do know, you know that they're good. And you get a sense of the quality, I think, just by looking at it, don't you? This week's been brilliant because I realised what a great guitar it is. Good enough reason to get another one, isn't it? They're a proper British brand. Are they the British Gibson? Let's hope not. Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So this week, do you know what? I thought it was about time we had a look at my Gordon Smith. Now, before you start, that's not a euphemism. Gordon Smith, of course, is a very well-regarded English guitar manufacturer. Founded in 1974 in Manchester, England. So they're actually the oldest English guitar manufacturer. Still making guitars today. And I bought one back in 2016, long before I started this nonsense. And I've not really, well, I've never reviewed it. I've never done anything with it. I've showed you, I think, once in the middle of some other stuff that I was doing. So today I thought we'd have a closer look at it. Here it is. It's a GS1. It's a familiar shape, isn't it? But I know a lot of you, Gordon Smith, it's not really on people's radars. It's one of those brands that if you know, you know. And if you do know, you know that they're good. Always have been good. Don't, you know, they're not, I suppose they're not a mainstream brand. They're a kind of a, yeah, they're under the radar. They were born in the punk era. And they say born of punk parents. 1974, right at the beginning of the punk revolution, wasn't it? And it was founded by Gordon Whittam and John Smith. That's how they got their name, Gordon Smith. And legend has it that one day Gordon Whittam went out for a pint of milk and never came back. So left it to John Smith and his wife Linda, who ran the business in a small workshop in Partington near Manchester, until they finally retired in 2015. And very fortunately, the company was taken over by Alden Guitars, very sensitively, who've carried on the tradition of handcrafting guitars in England. They're nicknamed the English Gibson. I think because of the quality and because of, yeah, it might not be a good thing that actually thinking about it. Saying it out loud, that doesn't sound like a good thing. I think they're better than Gibson. Oh, that's a claim, isn't it, Cole? Where'd you get that from? Well, let's find out. What we'll do today is what we will do today. I just repeated myself, didn't I? Sorry, I do that a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why. Right. Yeah, carry on. No one noticed. What we'll do today is we'll review this guitar. I mean, you get a sense of the quality, I think, just by looking at it, don't you? What I'm going to do first is go through the process, because today they've got quite a range today, and what I want to do now is take you onto their website, because this particular guitar, yeah, I ordered it online from their website in 2016 and specced out all the parts. And I've actually got that order list here because I thought it was quite interesting to go through it. And what it cost me and stuff. It was quite cheap. Well, look, let's have a look at the website and I'll show you. And I'll tell you how much this actually cost me nearly 10 years ago. But let's have a look at their website and we'll go from there. Right, we'll start from the beginning. Gordon Smith. There you go. Great British Guitars. There to their website. So they've got a handful of dealers around the UK, probably half a dozen, and they're quite specialised. I think they're not everywhere on purpose, because they're they're handmade, the guitars, you know, and they have got a fairly small team there still, I think. So they're not banging out loads. They're making a small number of guitars very well. And consequently, they've only got maybe half a dozen dealers. But they also have a showroom online and a showroom where they're based now in Northamptonshire. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. I'm thinking of going up there as well to have a look, because I think it's about time to support English manufacturing. Anyway, shut up. Let's get on with this. So, what was I doing? So, okay. The reason I wanted to show you this, because I had a look before I started recording and I got the horn. Okay. So, why was that? It was because, shop. I went to shop, there you go, and I went to showroom stock to see what they actually had in stock. You've got various models that they do. They've got a Gatsby. Let's have a look at that. These are fairly new models. These are not the traditional ones. Well, my Wi-Fi is a bit slow. I ought to plug it into the router, really. These are fairly new designs. Oh, it's left-handed, that. It's no good to anyone, is it? Of course it is. All you lefties. Look, you can get them. It's a nice looking guitar, that. 1599. Roasted maple. Look, yeah, I mean, you can have a look at this stuff online yourself and go through all the specs, but this is the sort of stuff they're doing. The GS1, that's the original shape. Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? 1599. These are off the peg. These are made available. GS 1000 Heritage. Sorry about the dial-up connection here. That's a bit funny, really. It's because I'm in a studio and the Wi-Fi router is in the front office, and I'm not plugged in. Normally, when I'm working, I'm plugged in, but I'm on Wi-Fi. There you go. 1299. It's a pretty good price, that. Anyway, the one that gave me the horn is oh look, they do a Griffin flip, which is like a Firebird. They also do a non-reverse, or they do a, what do they call this? Flip. They do a normal, which is like the non-reverse Firebird. Don't think there's one here. Anyway, this is the one that gave me the horn. GS1 Legacy. It's a single cut. And let's get the pictures up. Look at that. It's a bit relict. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That got me going. Built to look and feel like a 70s Gordon Smith. Because I think when they started, they had the single cut and this GS1, the double cut. Two-piece mahogany body, aged nitro finish, legacy logo, Gotoh relic hardware, home-wound P90, ebony fretboard, all aged in-house, relics, tuners, CTS wiring loom, including hard case. 1799. Well, undoubtedly not a cheap guitar, and there's loads of people out there going, oh, you can get a Gibson for that. Yeah, but it's Gordon Smith, okay? And well, it's going to be on par with Gibson Custom Shop, and you won't get a Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul Junior, in it, single cut for 1,799 quid, will you? Anyway, so then what you can do is, it's definitely give me the horn, that guitar. I've got gas now, haven't I? How am I going to do with that? I can't. Let's move on. Bespoke build, okay? Explore all the options and specify your bespoke build Gordon Smith guitar. Here we go. Let's have a look. Choose your own custom-built, handcrafted, personalised Gordon Smith. Find out more about the various options available here. So you've got the shapes. So you've got the GS, which is what I got, the GS1. So you can GS single cut or GS double cut. This is, they say, or the slim body guitar that made our name. Pick the options. So that starts with one humbucker or one P90 at $999. That's pretty fucking good, isn't it? Bespoke build options. There you go. You can choose woods, or choosing your wood, choosing your neck, type of wood, profiles. You can choose your bridges. Loads of options. You can choose your tuners. Loads of options. You can choose. Look. See what I mean? Hand wound pickups. All sorts of different pickups. Wiring looms. Colours and finishes. Metallics. Nitro. Trans stains. Bursts. Solids. Tints or standard necks. Caps and veneers. Fucking hell. Yeah. So have a look. When I had mine made, I think that's enough there. Oh, it just says hang on, that's. Oh, I've just fucked it up. I was recording the screen and I closed it, and of course that changed everything. Let's hope it saved it, eh? So if you go to the site, you can choose from all of those options. And when I had this made, it was great. It was good fun, actually. It was a lot cheaper than I ended up paying. What was it? The total cost of this was £890, including shipping and including a Gator hard case. And this, well, let's go through it. We'll start reviewing it. It's got a mahogany body, and it's 36 millimeters. Yeah, 36 millimeter thick mahogany body. Looks like two pieces. It's got a set neck, also made of mahogany. Let's weigh it. Here we go. £7 2 ounces. Which is 3.24 kilos. So, nice lightweight punk guitar. This one's got a rosewood fingerboard with 22 medium jumbo. I think they're stainless steel frets. But back in 2016 when I ordered this, I thought I was a thin profile neck man. So this is the profile and measurements up on the screen now. Okay, here's the neck profile and measurements at the first fret. And here's the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. That's the one thing that I sort of regret, because I prefer, it's quite flat. It's quite flat, and I prefer a little bit more meat on me necks. That's good enough reason to get another one, isn't it? Now, this is a piece of art. It's a gotoh wrap over bridge. Sorry, I'm concentrating. So this is a Japanese thing, isn't it? Gotoh. That's right, isn't it? It's a fairly hefty bit of kit, and obviously these were designed to replace the original kind of wrap overs. So it's yeah, I'm just looking at it now. It's quite a complex affair. The way it goes in, you know, there's yeah, it's quite a piece of kit. And if I remember rightly, it's quite tricky to actually restring it. I can't remember why that was, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. I also spec'd out gotoh locking tuners, because again, back in 2016, I didn't know much, to be honest with you, and I thought, well, that's what everyone has, isn't it? They all have locking tuners, don't they? I don't mind them now, actually. They are easy to restring, aren't they? Well, not really, are they? Yeah, they're all right. There you go. I'll take some close-ups of the board and the frets, just for the sake of it. Handcrafted, hand finished, definitely, you know, there's not a lot of CNCing going on up there. Certainly even less when this one was made. This one was made 2016, so it was just after Alden Guitars were taking over the business, or in the transition period. And I know that John Smith was still there. He was still there overseeing the builds for a couple of years after the takeover to make sure that they, you know, they stayed, you know, with the tradition of what they'd always done. So, and one of the things they'd always done is fitted brass nuts, which I was quite keen on, so I asked for a brass nut. That was all the rage in the 70s, brass nuts. People were changing their bone nuts for brass nuts. Are they different? Are they any good even? Are they any different? Well, we'll hear it in a little bit. But there you go. That's the traditional logo, isn't it? Traditional headstock, and as you can see on the back, it's a hand written serial number 16068. Well, I'm guessing that was the 68th guitar they'd made in 2016. Oh yeah, and it's got this this type of, I don't know what it's called. It's got this type of truss rod adjuster, that there, which is quite easy to tweak, isn't it? Okay. Now, well, let's just take the guard off before we do anything else. It's never been off. Nice and neat, isn't it? I'm just talking about the join where it's made there. I mean, it's really neat. Yeah, really neat. Got a big whack on the neck there. I did that, obviously, big dent there. That's from putting it in one of those wooden stands. I've got a couple of those, and if you're not careful, that happens. Nice. Now, I can't help messing with guitars. I don't do it so much nowadays because I have less time, but back then I had fewer guitars and more time on my hands, so I used to muck around with them. And with this one, I changed the pickup and I've changed the wiring. So this is a non-original pickup. The original pickup was hand wound in-house at Gordon Smith by, I think Linda Smith used to wind them, and it had a fairly specific wiring in it. I think they were mini pots, but it had like treble bleed on it and stuff. And for some reason, anyway, I thought I'd change it. So this is a Lola low wind 50s, I think it is. Let's just take it up. Oh, wrong screwdriver. Let's have a look. Where are the screws? That screw there. It's moving up, is it? adjust it again. I can't remember what's going on under here, so that'll be fun, won't it? Ooh. It's a, whoops. It's a black bobbin. Okay. Sorry, I've gone quiet because I'm just trying to work out what the fuck. So these actually, they're not screws, they're bolts, but they actually bolt into the wood, directly into the wood. As I took them out, I thought, well, there must be a metal plate under there. There's not. That's interesting. So they just bolt directly into the wood. And here you go. It's, can you see that? I don't know if you can see, it's indented. Indented, yeah, that's the word, with Lola pickups, Bridge 2018, and it's got handwritten on there, 50s TD, I think that says. So let's just take the reading. Okay, we got 7.22K, and the inductance of that is 5.37. Let's just see what I did in the control cavity. Yeah, I've put CTS 500K pots in. My soldering back then was awful. Look at the mess I made of that. Big old, is that what, that's what they call a bumblebee, isn't it, that one? I melted all the wires. Oh, that's terrible, look at that. What a mess. Yeah, so that's what I did there. Okay. We'll put a new set of strings on it and we'll plug it in and see what it sounds like. Before I do that, just a couple of things that I forgot to mention. The scale length is a Fender scale length. It's the 25.5-inch scale length. The fretboard radius, do you know what? I'm not sure. I'll dig that out and I'll mention that later on when we do the what did we think bit at the end after the playing. But right now, let's put a new set of strings on it, plug it in, see what it sounds like. See you in a minute. Okay, here we are. New set of Ernie Ball Super Slinkies I've put on. I've put 9s on it. It's because it's all I had left. And I've been thinking about, well, actually, here's the thing. Fender scale length, I mentioned that, didn't I? It's slightly longer, and I think maybe 9s are better on Fenders. Sorry, I'm not concentrating. That's what it sounds like unplugged. And this is what it sounds like plugged. Come on. A little warm up there. don't think the dark position well, the tone control doesn't work very well, and that's my fault because I put it in. Look, it's kind of, it's like a switch, isn't it? That's a shame. And it's too dark when it gets there. So either I put the wrong value cap in, probably not. Just probably needs a better pot. Even on the old Rat. Well, that sounds all right on the Rat. Well, everything sounds all right on the Rat. Providing you like the Rat sound, that is. Let's put that groove down again. Anyone guess what that was from? There's only a bit of it, obviously. Jesus, this is Iggy. That was a clue. There you go. Turn Blue. That was inspired by Turn Blue, that bit, in case you were wondering. Iggy Pop, 1977, from The Idiot, which David Bowie was all over that album, backing vocals on that track, co-writing credits, producing. Fantastic album. Well, Iggy Pop, and it's Iggy Pop, isn't it? I mean, I love anything that Iggy Pop has done, everything. And I saw him live once at the Music Machine in Camden Town, London. And he smeared himself with peanut butter and crowd surfed. Legend. That was probably 1979. Oh, that was 1979. Ah, those were the days. Don't do that anymore. There's no peanut butter crowd surfing anymore. That's spreading, by the way, if you wonder what that is. I'm spreading spreading the peanut. You get it. Yeah, this guitar sounds. I really thought it sounded good. Sounded good, didn't it? Pickup. It's a lot of pickup. I mean, you know, and you can hear how. I think you can hear how good it is and how well it works in this framework or whatever you want to call it. Sounds really clear, big range, breaks up beautifully. the tone control's a bit shit. But it sounds nice, you know, when it's rolled off. But that's on me, that. I should have put a decent one in. You never know really, do you? I mean, you just buy them off the shelf, you know, CTS 500K or whatever, and you just rely on them being good. I mean, I can't remember if it's linear or audio taper. I mean, you know, and if you look at what should you use, if you Google what should you use for a tone pot, linear or audio, no one knows. So experimenting is the key, and I know when I'd done it, I said, oh, I'll change that for something else and experiment. But that was fucking years ago. And do you know what occurs to me as well? When we started this film, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? When we started it, I was on the Gordon Smith website, and I've got the gas, you know, got the horn for this other GS1, and I really have. And I'm asking myself, why? I haven't really played this enough to do it justice. I remember when I first got it, I was really buzzing about it. I mean, having a guitar made for you, and it's a one-off. I mean, I doubt if there's another GS1 in existence with this exact spec. And it was a real buzz getting it. And I can remember now the smell. I think it's, you know, it's a kind of a nitro lacquer, and the smell was gorgeous for ages. You know, it's gone now. But, you know, just the buzz of getting it. And I played it a bit. I had a few jams with it. I just kind of started playing it in the band again at that time, and this was it. But the problem is with this addiction that we've got, you buy something else and then it goes, oh, there you go. And that's in the rack for fucking years, or in the case, or on the wall, or wherever you keep the guitars that you're not playing at that moment. And it rarely gets a look in. So why am I looking at another Gordon Smith when I haven't really got me money? I just haven't done this one justice. I feel guilty. And this week's been brilliant because I realised what a great guitar it is, and how I think actually part of it was the neck. I've picked up a few times and I thought, well, it's a bit skinny. I wish I'd asked for a thicker neck. Yeah, that's what it is, I think. But when, you know, like all guitars, once you play them for 10 minutes, you just get over it, don't you? You just play them. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Thing of beauty. If you fancy one, I was looking on the website again just before this. I got a little bit of research done. GS hubs. So dealers, I said there's only half a dozen here in the UK. I lied. Having done the research, there's about 11 in the UK, but they're also worldwide. You know, a couple. There's one in Japan, Scandinavia, the Netherlands, Germany. There is one in the USA, in Florida, I think. 6 in Australia. So you can get them. And these are the GS hubs, so they keep some stock. And they can also help you, you know, with a custom order if you don't want to do it yourself online. But it's very easy to do it online. So check out, have a look at all the, I mean, I didn't really get into the different designs that they do. Well, this is about this guitar, isn't it? So, but I do think I'm going to follow it up, because yeah, they're a proper British brand. Are they the British Gibson? Let's hope not. They're still in business. They're still making fantastic guitars, and they've got the backstory. You know, they've got some history. I didn't mention, I don't think, the players. But Pete Shelley, the Buzzcocks, was, you know, played Gordon Smith a lot. And I mean, I'm going to leave it in. I think I'm starting this with a bit of Buzzcocks, and I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed I don't get a copyright strike for that. But we'll see. But yeah, and loads of other people. Brilliant guitars. Gordon Smith, if you haven't heard of them before, or you have now, and they're seriously good. They're seriously good manufacturers. So check them out. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's all for this week. I just want to say before I go, the raffle for the Les Paul Deluxe finished on Sunday. Thanks to everyone that participated, bought a ticket or tickets. There can only be one winner, unfortunately. So I'm sorry you didn't win, unless you are Mark Knapp. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your surname, but Mark, guitar's on its way to you, as you know, in Illinois, or Illinois, is that pronounced? In the States, Arlington Heights. So fingers crossed that don't get held up in customs. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to Gear for Music for supporting this channel, this community. Thanks to all the subscribers over on the guitaristas.tv channel for supporting this community 24/7. And thanks to you for watching. Come back next week and see what we're up to then. Cheers for now. Ta-da.